Brattle and the Muse. My hand cramps very much in the same way as a sailor who grips his tiller too tightly, or a mountaineer his rope, or the driver his steering wheel. Avatars exploring the unknown and uncovering layers of meaning in their surroundings when exhaustion drives them to wit's end. After scribbling notes all day, I'm at the end of my fuse, a dynamite exploding with the promise of learning more about myself and the possibilities for interacting with the world. I'm sitting alone at a bar at Brattle Square at Harvard University, and I feel the unbridled ecstasy of being a student again. I let the tall grass of my conceptions burn away like the dry brush on a summer's slope. 2 weeks ago, I stood at the edge of a portal, and I didn't know if I would have any work and how I could sustain my life and my dreams. Would I have to go get a new job? Would I have to quit on my company or start it anew? A heat wave attacked California, and while the mountains burned, I decided to let go and step into a void of my own creation. Thus, I became a student again. I'm learning coding and interaction design. Bakhtiar, our humble professor, has just cracked open my assumptions of what data is, how we relate to it, and how we harness it for the good or the bad of the world. This class feels like poetry. Instead of seeing the peaks of the mountains, I only see the valleys in between. I don't see the light of the sun, but I gaze at my silhouette dancing in the reflection of the moon. Bakhtiar doesn't use these metaphors, but I feel their energy. Answers to unanswerable questions. The music notes that can't be printed on the page. Everything we know and think we know is an illusion, a projection of our fears and emotions. Our memories and experience is the database upon which we manifest the structures of time. And that's what gives us safety. When we rewrite the code, the script, and the narrative, we can fill in the gaps with our own stories. We become the heroes in the journey, and only we can bring them to life. If we slow down and look inward, and look inside ourselves in the same way that a physicist looks through a telescope up at the stars, we learn that we are all just lines of code. And while we can't change anything about the underlying data, we can design the borders of an empire within which we build our castles, construct our rooms, and then completely turn the dollhouse upside down and let it all come crashing down just so we can start all over again, like waves of eternity.